there's 3 ways that a person can go broke. A man can go broke in life: leverage, liquor, and ladies.
I was just gonna say the ladies one for sure.
So you need to be able to control those 3 aspects. You need to be able to control addictions. You need to be able to control your gambling and your risk, and then you need to be able to control your.
So you said right there, liquor. Now Dan says you mentioned that you don't drink.
I don't drink.
How long for?
Many years.
And that's purely because you just want the whole mindset.
It's my biohacking kind of, and you know, I'll indulge in certain things, but it's just not, I don't like how it makes me feel personally. I don't like being out of control. I don't like being in a situation. If I can be happy without alcohol.
Yeah.
People are like, I need alcohol in order to party. I'm gonna do whatever you want. You know,
I mean, I've said that the whole
It's your body. It's your thing. I don't care.
Yeah.
But you also have to look at the fact that not every alcohol, it's first of all, it's poison, right? So your body's you're just fucking yourself up. So if your form of having fun is to inject yourself with poison and to, you know, be drinking poison, okay, like perfect. That's just something that an idiot would do. So if you want to be an idiot, like that's fine, like respect. But just know that you're an idiot. Like it is what it is. And I remember I was with Tristan Tate and we were drinking, right? We were drinking and like it was crazy. It was a crazy day. But I was in a situation whereby it was like, okay, like it was in the moment. I was in for it. I think that was the last time I drank, actually. It was a couple of years ago. Yeah, I got fucked up with Tristan.
You went to the house, right?
Yeah. It was a good time. Yeah. Good guys.
How did you meet them?
Online. So Tate had some issues with his social media presence. So he would come to me and I would kind of facilitate some services that would enable him to remain online. Yeah. And we just built a business relationship. We did business online, and as work rolled around, I was hosting an event in Albania with the head of the central bank for Capital Club. He hit me up and he's like, "Hey, come over." And I'm like, "Okay, let me take my cameraman." It was the first vlog I created. Luke Belmar visits Andrew and Tristan Tate.
Yeah, saw that. Yeah.
Did over 3.3 million views, and I'm like, "Hey, maybe I just do this content thing." So ever since then, I kind of been rolling.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. How many, you know, like from you coming online and having a social presence, doors must have just been opening left, right, center for you, right? Yeah. Tell me about that sort of experience.
Influence.
It must have made you richer as well, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, my portfolio now in crypto, just from like deals, is over 20 million.
What do you mean deals? Like just partnering with coins?
Yeah, no, not partnering with coins. It's projects being like, hey, we need advisory when it comes to distribution of content, when it comes to marketing, and we want to invest in your systems, and we want to invest in learning these things. So they're willing to pay a lot of money because they have a lot of money. Yeah. But I don't do any of these like, I'm not for sale, right? You can't pay me to tweet, or you can't pay me to talk about something. It's not how I work. I don't need the money. Yeah. But the opportunities have come in multiple formats, whether it's connections, whether it's just building phenomenal relationships with followers, just a lot of smart people, being able to hire people that want to come and work for me simply because they know I'm around, or simply people willing to pay for the skills that I've developed simply because I'm readily available on the internet. Yeah. And I'm the path of least resistance for them to learn that skill. So it's been working out extremely well.
Another thing you said there was the fact that an addiction can also be in the form of ladies, right? Now, I've never had a issue with this or a problem with this, and I understand that you also have a girl, right? But have you ever seen men on their downfall purely because of women?
Absolutely, all the time. Yeah. They're a distraction. Many times they're a distraction. But just like, you know, to women, men can be a distraction. Women can be a distraction to men. I see a lot of entrepreneurs, they utilize their time, energy, and attention towards pursuing short-term relationships, or, you know, in order to gratify their sexual desires. And even though I sympathize with it and I completely agree, it's also a distraction. So if you want to pursue your fullest potential, you can't be out here sharing your time and your energy with toxic relationships, with one-night stands. It simply doesn't work. I've been with my girl for over a decade, ever since I was broke. And she would drive me to work, you know? So we built a really good relationship, a good friendship, great bond. And, you know, there's plenty of beautiful women in the world. You'd be surprised. You know, the DMs are full of girls all the time hitting you up.
But especially if you're traveling around the world, yeah.
But what is it that they want? You know, and that's at the end of the day, like,
the lifestyle.
Do you want me to pay for your lifestyle? Do you just want me to take you on a trip? It's never something to give to me. It's very much a selfish hook towards something that they want. So I'm not entertaining any of that. It's not my cup of tea. And I know a lot of people like to do red pill, go sleep around with a new woman every single day, and that's their lifestyle. They can do whatever they want. I've just been able to hone in my craft, focus on developing myself, and that's why at the age of 28, I'm farther than most men will ever get.
No, I rate that, bro. And being with one woman, I rate that highly as well, because I'm not on that red pill thing of go sleep around with different women and all that sort of stuff. At the end of the day, you're Christian, right?
I'm a follower of Jesus. I don't like using the label Christian because, different people have different perspectives with Christianity.
Yeah. So I'm a Muslim, and we believe as well, shouldn't be sleeping around and all that sort of stuff and anything. So I kind of want, it's kind of almost like personal advice, so I'm pretty sure there'll be other people asking as well. When you've got a woman by your side throughout your entrepreneurship journey, how do you make that last, and how do you make that, in the times when you're busy and you've got so much shit to do, you're traveling the world or whatever the case may be, how do you make sure that relationship still lasts? Because there are women out there who'll be like, Luke, spend more time with me, do this, do that, we never go out, blah, 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 the whole lot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing. You want your woman to want you, So first of all it's
not a bad thing.
It's not a bad thing. Most women, they don't want all of your time, but women need to be constantly reassured that they matter. So you could go and hang out with your girl for 20 minutes and give her full undivided attention instead of taking her to the movies, spend 6 hours and think that that's building a relationship. Women want to be reassured that they are important in your life, and they want to fight for that first place. That's a woman that actually cares. 2 is communication and boundaries. As much as I love my girl, I have things that I need to do, right? So there's different priorities at different times. And that's what most people haven't come to realize, is that even in a marriage, even in a long-term relationship, priorities change. If you're broke, cuddling and watching Netflix on the couch shouldn't be your priority. Why? It's not because it's a bad thing to do. It's because it's not the right thing. And a good thing at the wrong time becomes bad.
Yeah.
So the goal is to understand how to shift priorities. If you're on a date and you're having a good time, don't be on your phone because it's just rude. Be fully there, be fully present. But when you're grinding and you're working, hey babe, not right now. We'll connect later.
Yeah, priorities work.
Yeah, and you establish communication. And you'd come to realize a lot of women are more level-headed in understanding than you would imagine, but you also have to go through that process of having that communication and having that relationship that's built on trust.
Yeah.
2 is there's no sort of insecurity or no sort of doubt when I'm traveling, doing my thing as to what I'm doing, right? Because I'm very straightforward as to my belief system.
Full trust.
Exactly. And it goes 2 ways. So communication, transparency, and being able to realign different priorities at different times as the world shifts and as different needs arise.
Yeah.